Good evening guys, hello and welcome back once again to a Monday evening of racing with me, your boy Vexed, and the Tier 1 drivers from the Aero League Racing's Gt7 Championship. This is season 19, you join us here for round 7, we're at a very wet, very damp and moist Spa-Francorchamps for round 7. Obviously only 2 rounds to go in this season. And Racing Green is still currently top of the tables with a 41-point lead at the moment over Zico in second place. So Racing Green in first with 219 points. Zico has 178. BX Royal only 33 points at the moment off of Zico. Then we have CMP in fourth place with 125. We got Yannick in fifth with 122. Haslane is in sixth with 104. We got Anonymous in seventh with 77 points. We got Kellen in eighth with 70 points. Kep is in 9th with 56, we've got Perry in 10th with 51, Senior Fax in 11th place with 48 points, we've got Taz in 12th with 46, Alessandro's in 13th with 24 points, we've got PZN in 14th with 22, Morbellos is in 15th place with 21 points, Aroticos in 16th with 20, tied with Sam in 17th, also on 20 points, Lattis is in 18th with 17 points, Capel in 19th with 16, Ifonde's in 20th with 11 points, EZM 21 with 10 points, and then Monster Cat bringing up the rear with 2 points. So the manufacturers, Citroën still at the top with 323, Lamborghini Huracan only 20 points off them in second place. We've got the Subarus in third with 169 points, the Aston Martin in fourth with 168, the BMW boys in 6th with 121 points, then we've got the Mercedes guys in 5th with 125, the Beetle is in 7th with 78 points, we've got the Nissan GTI in 8th with 41 points, the Lexus RTF in 9th with 37 points, then we've got the Genesis X in 12th place with 10 points, the Ferrari 458 with 16, the Subaru BRZ in 11th with 11, Toyota GR Supra in 13th with 2 points, and the Dodge Viper and the Renault still yet to score any points. And Anonymous just left the room. He might have had to go and buy tyres, possibly. I'm sure he will rejoin before qualifying, which will obviously be at 8 PM. So how was everyone anyway? I hope you're all having a good Monday. It's actually quite wet and bingy outside at the moment as well. I imagine it probably is most places. And indeed, we have some weather for this round. It does look like the weather might be in for the duration. It'll be interesting to see if it stays for the feature race as well. I think it's definitely going to be here for the sprint. And Racing Green actually putting in a really good lap there in this practice session with a 2 minutes 34.553. Maybe the Citroën actually very good in the wet. I did wonder how it might perform. Pananzi currently 3.4 seconds off the lead with Aroticos sat 4 tenths behind him. And I imagine everybody just trying to find the perfect line at the moment, trying to get to grips with this wet weather. I have to go on board to see if we can find some. So we go on board with Racing Green and see. Ooh, yeah, we're not going to see it from there. See if there is actually a dry line. Sorry, I don't think there is. I think maybe ever so slightly on the racing line it might be a little bit dry. In fact, no, it doesn't. It looks absolutely icy out there, absolutely dicey. See Racing Green squirming there as he tries to get on the power. I think it's definitely going to be a feature in this race. And yeah, you can see on the moisturometer on the bottom left there, we are definitely in wet tyre conditions. But if it dipped into that middle sector, that would indicate that it would be intermediate. So it'd be interesting to see what happens if it dries up throughout the race, or throughout the races. Obviously we've got the sprint race and the endurance race. 15 minutes of sprint, followed by 40 minutes of endurance. On Kellen actually putting in a quite a respectable time there. He's gone 5 tenths faster than Pananzi, still 2.9 off of Racing Green. So looking like the BMW still quite good in the wet. And maybe on some corners perhaps we will start to see that dry line starting to form, as it's probably not going to be raining so severely around the full track. Unless this is a very big weather front, because obviously Spa is quite a long track. Oh, Pananzi with a massive moment there on the exit of La Source. Racing Green right up into his slipstream now. It doesn't matter though, because obviously this is free practice. Taz picks up a second worth penalty. That must be for track limits somewhere. I think he's trying to perfect his line up Eau Rouge. I reckon that's probably where it is. Probably very dicey going up the hill at the moment. Capel making an appearance in that Ferrari 458. It can be a very good type, a very good car. Whether it's so good in the wet, I can't remember. Be interesting to see which car is the best in the wet. There's normally a clear, outstanding car that it does perform or outperforms the rest of the field in the wet. But perhaps with the recent physics and the BOP changes, perhaps they brought it all into contention. You see some people coming out of the pits now. Zico is biding his time in there. Kellen actually goes... Oh no, I think he's still off of Racing Green's time there. Only by a second, I believe. 34.553. Okay, chaos. Oh, you'll be fine, mate. You'll be fine. Just try not to step on the accelerator too hard, because yeah, you don't want to light them rear tyres up in the wet. Can be tricky. So yeah, Kellen actually 1.3 seconds off of Racing Green at the moment in this practice session. No, I'm sure you do fine, Chaos. You're in the RCF. Who have we got here in the... I don't think we've got anyone making an appearance in the RCF this season. Oh no, we have. No, I tell a lie. We definitely have. Just got to find them. I don't think they're here tonight. Who was it? I can't quite remember who it was. Definitely is somebody repping the RCF. I think it's quite a good all-round car, to be fair. I think it's not that bad in the wet, from memory. But then I've only very recently delved back into GT since the physics update and stuff. I had a little blast over the weekend, and it actually feels really good. Definitely, there's a lot more snappiness there. Underweight transfer and stuff, but yeah, it's I think it's definitely a step in the right direction. I definitely think it feels a lot more simmy now. So who was it? Yeah, so it was Sam and Lattice. So it's Sam and Lattice are in the RCF this season. So yeah, we have seen them. We saw Sam last week. He did 7th and 14th in the feature. Yeah, for sure, definitely, especially in the feature. If the rating is if it's continuous throughout the feature, or it only dies down a little bit towards the end, then yeah, it's definitely going to be a gamble on when you take the inters, because it probably will come into inter. We can see now on the moisturometer, like he's Capel's coming through this corner, and it's looking like into conditions on track, because obviously it's only when you're in that top sector that you really want to be on the wets, and it does look like he's struggling a little bit with grip now. So yeah, as it starts to dry, it's definitely going to be a gamble, isn't it? That crossover period will be crucial. It's definitely going to be vital for everybody to be trying to guess that as well as they can. I think possibly keep an eye out for the cars around you. Some of the other guys are probably going to be a little bit better, aren't they, as guessing as to when to go in, so sometimes a good marker, you know. So everybody's still out on the wets at the moment, but it is definitely, it looks like the rain has stopped. That dry line is starting to form now, you can see that, and that's what you got to look out for. I think when it becomes like this is your optimum time to be on the inters. You want to swap over, get onto them inters, get back out, watch the end of the pit lane obviously, because that's going to be very dicey as you exit the pits. I think I remember in leagues past, like coming out of the pits, I think even at Spa, getting to get on the throttle, and because of the standing water, you just end up aquaplaning and yeah, spinning the car out, and it's not a good look coming out of the pits to spin the car. So we've got around a minute and a half or 2 minutes left of this qualifying session, unless we're waiting for somebody. Sometimes we're waiting for someone. So we have 15 drivers. We do have 15 drivers in the lobby, so we should be starting around 8 PM. We'll have the message from BX though starting soon, so we'll keep an eye out for that one. And Capel, as the track is starting to dry, manages to steal the fastest time away from Racing Green in this practice session, and he's gone a second faster again as he comes to the end of the Camel Straight. Anybody on it? Oh yeah, so we can see a few people on intermediates now. We've got Ponzani out testing them intermediate tyres. Senior Fac still on the wets, and CMP there. Racing Green does go faster again, and Taz manages to make his way up there. So it's going to be interesting. Is it going to be a wet qualifier? We will have to wait and see. I think it might be, because that could be interesting. Also, it looks like Mortobello's actually hosting the lobby this evening. We've had their message there from Mortobello's starting soon. And from BX, so maybe maybe Mortobello's isn't hosting the lobby. Perhaps he's just on admin duties with BX. Either way, thank you, Mortal. I appreciate that. We all appreciate the heads up at BX. I wonder if BX is going to do the thing tonight where I go to jump on board with him and then he decides to sit in the pits. Senior Fac goes 1.8 seconds faster than Capel at this stage in practice. Everybody's slowing down, so this is going to be the start of qualifying now. Oh, and we've got some people still on intermediates. That looks like a bit of a rookie error there. Maybe Kep, though, he's definitely no rookie. Definitely a seasoned veteran. So perhaps he's going to take it gingerly for... Oh no, I think he's changed tyres now. Ponzani, I think Ponzani's going to check... Yeah, he's changed his tyres also. So BX does look like he is the first one out onto the track. Followed not too far behind by Mortobello's in the GTR. Obviously BX Royal in that Subaru WRX. We'll have a quick rundown actually. So we've got BX Royal in the Subaru, we have Mortobello's there in the GTR, Yannick is in the Aston Martin, we've got Racing Green in the Citroen, I think it's the GT by Citroen, I've been calling it the VGT, Taz in the Aston Martin, Zico in the Lamborghini Huracan, we've got Perry in the M6, Kep is in the Beetle, we have Capel in the Ferrari, Roykos in the second of the two GTR, Ponzani second of the two Beetles. Ah, Ponzani, how have you picked up that penalty? I'm not sure he's got it. Probably coming up Eau Rouge, I would imagine. Although you'd think everyone would be taking it fairly steadily on the outlap, but Anonyma in the Mercedes AMG, I think it's the 20 version. Senior Fac in the second of the two Mercedes. Kellen and CMP. Kellen and CMP both in the pits. Are they on a quali ban? Or are they just waiting for the opportune moment? Surely you'd want to get a banker lap in. Oh, spilling the coffee everywhere. Not ideal. And I've got it on my mouse mat. Lovely. I digress. So, Morvelos has managed to pass BX, so he will be starting his first flying lap. But it looks like BX is trying to stick with him, maybe try and pick up that slipstream. The WRX doesn't like it, struggled a little bit in a straight line, but when he's behind someone, it does seem to make some move. So perhaps that is the strat here for BX. He's going to get the slipstream, get a bit of a slingshot on this first flying lap. We'll have to wait and see. You see around a 2-minute 26 to 2-minute 30 in the rain. I think we're going to be getting 2-minute 14 to 2:16s in the dry. Or maybe it's 2:16 to 2:18 in the dry with a bop. Because I think when we were doing the lobbies the other night, I don't think my friend had bop on, so... And the rain is definitely still pouring around Spa. It is raining cats and dogs out there. Oh, racing green right onto the back of BX Royal. Let's hope nobody's going to get hampered. They were all quite spaced out before. Obviously being the first flying lap, we haven't really got any splits to go by, so we're just waiting for Morvelos to finish his lap so we can see what is going to be the standard. I think Racing Green may have been on a flyer, but he now is stuck behind BX Royal. Oh, and he's at the moment in the background there. Oh, Robbo, unlucky brother. It does look like it could turn out to be a fun race. Qualifying doesn't look fun at the moment from Racing Green. Racing Green trying all he can to get a good lap in, but it looks like he's going to be stuck behind BX Royal. And BX Royal, who is also on a lap. I mean, he's actually slowed right down there, so he is getting some distance. He's creating a bit of distance to have another go at it. And welcome along, Robbo. Nice to have you on board, buddy. I think it's your first time coming to see the Tier 1 comms, so thank you for that. I appreciate you coming along to support the stream. And it does look like it could be a lot of fun. So Yannick actually goes fastest there with a 2:35.5. BX Royal actually goes faster than Morvelos. Yannick goes faster than both of them, as does Capale. So Capale on a 2:35.403, currently provisional pole. And Anonyma goes 900ths faster up into first place. I think we're going to see them times, or them. We're going to see the standings change quite a lot more before the end of this qualifying session. We're only just over halfway in now. Just under 4 minutes to go. Anonyma on a 2:35.313. Capale, 5/10 purple through that lap. He's got Perry on his outside. Perry looks like he's backed out to let him through. And I think Capale looking to try and improve once again on this lap. I think there's going to be quite a few cars behind though, as the track does look like it is starting to dry ever so slightly. It does still sound like the rain is coming down, but I think through some areas or some sectors of the track you can see it is starting to become almost intermediate conditions. And Capale has still got some time yet to go, so Anonyma currently provisional pole. Capale sat there in second place, but looks like he might be improving once again. Have we got a split coming up? Can we see through the next split? Yes, we do have a split coming up, so we'll wait on board and see what the split is for Capel. I mean, he's actually down by a tenth, so we'll come back to him. So Yannick, provisional third place. Senior Fac good enough for fourth at the moment. Only 300 off of Yannick, so that's a very good time there for Senior Fac. Kellen, very good time there for Kellen as well. Currently P5, provisional P5. BX Royal improves, but not enough. Provisional P6 at the moment. Eroticos there in 7th. We've got Mortavelos currently sat down in 8th. CMP is sat in 9th. Perry is in 10th. Zico all the way down in 11th. Also carrying a penalty there for Zico. Zico needs to have a really good round in this one and the next one if he wants to be in with any chance of retaining that championship for a third season. But it looks like at the moment Racing Green may have done just enough. Can he sew it up in this round though? Taz, so we've got Panzani behind Zico in 12th, Taz in 13th, also carrying a penalty, Kep in 14th, Racing Green all the way down in 15th. He's still yet to put a lap in. Oh no, Racing Green, look, is he having connection issues? Racing Green, what's going on, buddy? Oh no. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm seeing, but it looks like Racing Green might be having connection issues. This isn't good at all. Let's have a look at everyone else. So everyone else looks like, yeah, everyone else looks pretty stable. Anonymous still provisional P1. Racing Green, what is going on with Racing Green? Has he managed to sort it out? No, he still looks a little bit sketchy. Oh no, the current Tier 1 leader. Let's hope this doesn't carry into the sprint race because it could be disastrous for Racing Green. Looks like maybe it's settled down a little bit now. Wait, is that it? Is what? Racing Green doesn't get a lap in. What has gone on there? I'm gonna have to check the chat quickly. What in the world is going on? Apparently he got stuck in the pits, so... Well, at least we know what happened. So Racing Green actually got stuck in the pits for some bizarre reason, which cost him 15 seconds somewhere. And he's not managed to get a lap in. I'm still wondering if he's having connectivity issues. That might have caused him to get stuck in the pits. But it's looking like Anonyma is going to start on pole for the sprint race. Is that the first time he's done it this season? Let me just check the standings quickly. It may be his first pole position of the season. So we're going to have Senior Fac starting in second place with Kellen in third, Perry in fourth, Capel fifth, Yannick sixth, Aroticos seventh, Ponzani. Oh, Ponzani gets dropped down the order. Aroticos goes up into Yannick goes up into seventh. What's up, Chanel or Channel? Not again. What's not again? Right, so we'll have a quick look down through. So Anonyma manages to put it on pole with a 2:33.382. We've got Senior Fac starting in second place, Kellen will start in third, CMP starts in the fourth, Perry starts in fifth, Capel in sixth, Yannick in seventh, Aroticos will start in eighth. We've got Ponzani starting in 9th, Morvelos in 10th, BX Royal in 11th, Zico starts in 12th, Taz in 13th, Kep in 14th, and Racing Green starting all the way down in 15th place. So we've got the big hitters starting at the back of the pack. Anonyma, he has had a fastest lap, but I think this is his first pole of the season. What can he do from pole? Can he convert it into a win? So we will join the guys on track in just a second. So we've got the message from BX Royal starting soon. Come on, Mortal, you can chirp up as well, buddy. I like that we had the starting soon from Mortal as well. Well, here we go. A very, very moist Spa Francorchamps. This is going to be the sprint race. Anonyma lines up on pole for the first time this season with Senior Fac in second place and Kellen in third. Hopefully we're not going to have too many shenanigans into turn one. And they're off. Anonyma getting a really good getaway, a little like the Ferrari 458 there of Capel in the background, going up the inside. He's managed to make up a few positions. Can he keep it? He's up to fourth place. It's 3 wide through La Source. Everybody getting a bit shuffled about in the background there. It got a little bit congested towards the back of the field. So got Racing Green, BX Royal making up places already. Aroticos is down towards the back now, as is Taz. They go side by side up through Eau Rouge. Aroticos has to take to the runoff. But Anonyma with an absolutely cracking getaway there. He's managed to pull 8 attempts out already. CMP also with a very good start. He's moved up 2 positions. He's up into second place. We've got Capel now in third. He also had a cracking start. Senior Fac's there in fourth. We've got Yannick in 5th place now with Kellen chasing him down in 6th. Then we have Zico now in 7th. Racing Green's up to 8th already. Oh, and it is getting very congested in the background there as BX Royal tries to go up the inside of Perry. Coming in to No Name now, which I believe has a name now, but it eludes me. Everybody seemingly getting through there unscathed. Oh, Perry looked like he moved over there to cover the inside very early into Pouon. BX Royal should get it done around the outside. I think he has. Yeah, he has. And Taz also trying to look for the move as well against Perry, as Perry gets all sorts of out of shape in that BMW. Then we have the 2 Beetles, the 2 Beetle teammates chasing down Taz. We've got Aroticos now in 14th, being chased down by Morvelos in 15th. So the GTR's not doing very well at all in the wet weather so far, but maybe they can come back as the race progresses. We're only just coming up to the end now of lap 1. So Anonyma, at the end of the first lap, he's only pulled out a 1.7 second gap in the wet. Oh, as he nearly loses the rear there. That was a big moment from Anonymous. Somehow managed to save it. CMP still hot on his tail. He's lost 7 tenths due to that moment that he had. CMP only a second off of him now in second place. Oh, where's Zico is though? Zico is ahead of Racing Green. Where's Zico gone? Zico must have lost it somewhere. So CMP in second. We got Capel still holding on to third place with Yannick in fourth. We got Kellen down in fifth now. That was a bad start there for Kellen in the M6. Senior Fack as well. Senior Fack started in second. Senior Fack all the way down in sixth place now. Racing Green hot on his heels. Where did we lose Zico? Did Zico get a penalty? So Racing Green having a look around the outside now. Yeah, Senior Fack has fought better of that one. And the people ahead of him, the people ahead of Racing Green, Kellen with 3 seconds. Yannick with a second. He's going to get them positions for free. He's surely going to be onto the back of Capel in a matter of moments. Or at least by the end of this lap, once he served them penalties. But yeah, Racing Green absolutely flying at the moment, cutting his way through the field, and that rain is really starting to come down now. Absolutely howling out there. Oh, you've all brought your Max, your raincoats, because I think it's in for the duration. It definitely looks that way at the moment. But yeah, Racing Green starting in 15th place all the way up to 6th at the moment. Goes a little bit deep through that corner. Senior Fack is onto the back of him once again. And it is very, very close indeed. Anonymous still, in fact, that's CMP that we can see. So CMP, the head of this train, from 2nd to 7th, all within 4 seconds. And then BX Royal. Oh, Kellen, he served that penalty, loses that position. Yannick also drops down into 6th place. He's got BX bearing down on the back of him now. BX isn't going to be able to get a move done through here. He might be able to do so on the approach now to the bus stop. He's going to have to go the long way round though. Yannick covers off the inside. And BX is going to have the inside for the final part. On to the start finish straight. Yannick gets a little bit out of shape there. That doesn't give BX the opportunity that he needed to get past, or maybe it does actually. It looked like he hooked them rear wheels up really well there. Just got the better run into the source. He's going to get that position. Yannick now under pressure from Perry and trying to wheel BX along. Very close indeed. He's actually trying to find a way past, is he? Had to back out for Eau Rouge. Getting very spicy indeed. Senior Fack in 5th place due to them other guys serving penalties. Starting second though. Can he keep BX behind him? Throws a little defensive shape there, BX. It looked like he thought about it for a minute, but not quite close enough on this occasion. He's going to save it and wait for another corner. And Senior Fack having a really good race at the moment. He's just out of touch with Racing Green, 1.1 seconds off the back of him, but doing really well to keep BX behind him at the moment. When will BX seize his opportunity though? Senior Fack driving really well ahead of him. He's managed to dispatch Yannick. Yannick now in the clutches of Perry. Oh, it's Racing Green up ahead, going for a move now on CMP up the inside of Pouon. CMP is going to keep it around the outside. Switches back over, he keeps 3rd place for the minute. Racing Green is going to have another go. CMP just shuts the door. There's nowhere for Racing Green to go. He's going to have to bide his time. It's definitely going to be a little bit of a patient race here for Racing Green. I don't think he's going to be able to get them positions too easily. He's not going to be able to rely on sheer speed to get past these guys. In the wet, he just can't hook that car up as much as he'd like to. And it's all closing back up once again. Anonymous now 5.2 seconds up the road. I'm not sure how he's doing it. He's embodied the spirit of Senna. Capel still holding that second place, still trying to hold off CMP. CMP still trying to hold off Racing Green. Racing Green is going to have a look up the inside into the source. CMP concedes that time, but he's going to go for the switchback. That was a beautiful move there from CMP. Racing Green almost loses it, nearly takes someone out in the process. CMP, he just let it happen, didn't he? Just let it happen. Went for the switchback, and that was just absolutely textbook. Looks like he's got a run now on Capel. Can he get the move done? Can he take that second place away from Capel? Does it like maybe the Ferrari just too strong in a straight line. He's going to have to rely on the cornering speed of the Lamborghini. So Racing Green still stuck in 4th place. At the moment we've got BX Royal in 5th now. Perry is there in 6th place. We've got Yannick in 7th. Sinil Fack down in 8th. Zico up to 8th. He's got a penalty though. Oh, there's all sorts of moves being made. Yannick gets past Perry up into 6th place. Perry trying to have a go back now as well up the inside here from No Name. And Zico off into the barrier. He manages to keep the car going though. That was definitely dicey there for Zico. He's also carrying that penalty, so that's going to hurt him. Taz now in 8th place. Sinil Fack down in 9th. Trying to come back though. Aroako's there in 10th. Zico down to 11th with that second penalty. He's going to drop surely down to at least 13th. You've got Kep being hounded by Mortal Velos trying to sneak his way up the inside. That GTR very wide though, and that gap definitely wasn't wide enough. He has, however, got past Ponzani. Ponzani now down in 14th place with Kellen hanging on to the back of the field in 15th. Actually puts in a purple sector there. Has he changed tyres? No, he hasn't. So everybody's still out on them wet compound tyre. BX Royal's dropped down the field. He was there in 4th place. He's down in 7th now. So Anonymous. I think a few people are spunching out. So Capel still in 2nd place. Racing Green has finally managed to dispatch CMP, but can he do the same to Capel? Trying to go around the outside through the source. Almost manages to pull it off. Capel still comes out ahead. There's only 1/10 in it. Can he keep... Well, he's not going to be able to go for a move into a Rouge. Not in these conditions. So yeah, I think maybe BX has had a spin somewhere. Somebody else has spun. Yeah, somebody else right down at the back of the field. Now we'll check in with them in just a second. Oh, we saw Zico as well at the moment. CMP in 4th place now. Yannick's there in 5th. We've got Perry in 6th. BX Royal back to 7th. Now Taz there in 8th. Sinil back in 9th. And Roticos, in fact, the 2 GTRs trying to make their way past that Mercedes, but can't quite do so. Sinil Fack having an absolute drive at the moment. He managed to put it in 2nd place. He's lost a few positions, but still managing to stay up there in the top 10 at the moment. And it was Zico, our current 2-time Tier 1 champion, current reigning Tier 1 champion as well, looking like he might lose it this season. But Anonymous with an absolutely astonishing qualifying and start of the race, and he's just managed to pull out 8.6 seconds over the rest of the field. Now that is something else. Plus 5 seconds for Ocon, sorry Zico. I like that. Yeah, but Ocon's not won a championship yet. Oh, and Racing Green going down the order now. He's dropping down to 6th place. Racing Green. What's happened to Racing Green? Has he had a moment somewhere? I'm not sure what's happened to Racing Green. It looked like he was having some issues in qualifying. Hopefully them issues haven't come back to haunt him now in this race. Looked to try and get the inside there of Yannick. Couldn't quite get the move done. Had to back out of it. Now he's under pressure from Kellen. Oh, the field behind getting very congested indeed. What is this race? This race just looks like it's really been very even for everybody. Single fact now down into 12th. That's unlucky single fact. Getting hand. Oh, Zico! Where's he going? Oh, he's off into the pits. I thought he was having a moment again. So I think Zico, maybe he's going to sling on a set of intermediates, try and take the fastest lap. He's definitely not going to be making up any positions. But Anonymous, I think this drive from Anonymous may go down in ALR history. Managed to put it on pole in a wet qualifying, and now he's just scabbed off 8 seconds up the road from the rest of the field. Nobody's been able to keep in touch with him. Well, he's no slouch, he's brought in some good results. But yeah, what a drive at the moment from Anonymous. And Capel as well. Capel still holding on to that 2nd place. CMP still there on the 3rd slot of the podium. Can he keep the car there? Can he keep that Lamborghini in that 3rd slot? Or is he going to go for 2nd place? Capel defending really well at the moment. That CMP almost seizes his opportunity. He's up the inside now, is he? Has he managed to get a position to stick? Going to be Capel's inside for the next turn. And then it will turn into CMP's once again. Oh no. Anonymous ate a bad kebab. Oh, that's what it is. He's trying to get the race over as quick as he can so he can run off and go and chuck it up. It's a nice little tidbit of information there. So CMP has managed to get past Capel. Capel now down to 3rd place. We got Yannick, we got BX Royal and Racing Green all waiting in the wings there. That is 6th to 2nd, all within about a second of each other. Look how close they are. That is insane. I want some shenanigans there. I think Perry and somebody else having a little bit of a coming together. Perry looks like he's come out unscathed. CMP takes the fastest lap on that lap, and then Kep takes it with a 229.523. I think we're going to see possibly Zico beat that on the intermediates. I think Kep, I don't think I've seen him enter the pit, so I think he's still going to be out on them wet compound tyre. But what a battle this has been for the top 3. Capel now has to go defensive against Yannick. Yannick sees his opportunity. He's going to try and go around the outside, and he sweeps around the outside there. Capel down to 4th and back around the outside. Oh, what a beautiful return move there from Capel. One absolutely cracking battle this is turning out to be. Racing Green has managed to get past BX Royal as Yannick tries to go around the outside of the Ferrari once again. BX Royal really trying to put the thumb screws onto Racing Green up ahead in the Citroen. We will have to go on board with Anonymous very shortly though, because he is going to be into the final sector in a matter of turns. So Racing Green still trying to get his way through the order, trying to make his way into the top 3. Can't go around the outside there. BX Royal there in 6th. We've got Morvello 7th. Kep is in 8th. Perry 9th. Taz 10th. We've got Single Fact now 11th. Ponzani is 12th. Eroticos 13th. Kellen 14th. Zico unable to secure that fastest lap. He is on the intermediates. We'll go back to CMP and just go back to Anonymous in just a second. CMP puts in a purple sector. Can he secure the fastest lap? On this last lap, the track is really drying out now. You can definitely see that dry line I think the rain has stopped falling around Spa. We've just got a bit of mist now. There we go, this guy here, one absolutely cracking qualifying and start of the race he had. Just drove off into the distance and he takes the checkered flag. Anonyma takes the win there and the fastest lap. CMP is going to take second place and he takes the fastest lap. Capel there in third, Yannick in fourth, Racing Green will finish fifth, BX in sixth, Kevin seventh, Morbelos will take eighth place, Sinelfak in ninth, Ponzani in 10th. We got Rotakos finishing in 11th, Kellenen in 12th. Taz, what? He just let Perry pass him into 13th, Taz will start in 14th and Zico, oh sorry, Taz will finish in 14th, Zico, what happened to Zico? Zico, buddy. Oh, that was unlucky, brother. Takes the fastest lap in the end there, though, so that is an extra point there. Zico finishes in 15th place. Oh, what a crazy race that was. I didn't realise it was going to be quite as close as it was. And there was definitely some shenanigans, but Anonyma puts it on pole, takes the win there. CMP came home in second. We had Capel in third, Yannick in fourth, Racing Green was fifth, BX in sixth, Kep in seventh, Morvelos in eighth, Sinelfak in ninth, Ponzani was 10th, we had a Rockos in 11th, Kellen was 12th, Perry 13th, Taz 14th and Zico 15th. So your top 10 reverse grid will put Ponzani on pole. Sinelfak starts in second for the second time this evening. We're going to have Morbelos starting in third, Kep starts in fourth, BX Royal in fifth, Racing Green will start in sixth, Yannick in seventh, Capel in eighth, CMP in ninth and Anonyma starts in 10th. With Rotakos on the 11th, Callan in 12th, Perry 13th, Taz 14th and Zico starting at the back of the pack in 15th place. Well, that was some spicy biscuits, and I don't know about you, but I need a refreshment. So if you want to go and get a refreshment, now would be the time to do so, as the guys are going to have a quick little practice session before the feature race. So yeah, I don't think we're going to see too many people testing out their tyre strategies, because there's probably going to be the same tyre for everybody coming into the feature race. It looks like the weather is going to be a feature for this round, but is it going to clear up during the race? We saw it clear up towards the end there of the sprint race, so if that happens in the feature race, well, if it happens, well, you never know, it might happen even halfway. Perhaps it's going to be half and half, and it is definitely going to be trying to guess when that crossover period is going to happen, because if you take the inters or you take slicks too early, then it's just going to be game over. But then if you take them too late, it's also going to cost you time as well. So what are your predictions for the feature? And I think crucially Racing Green finishing ahead of Zico there, so it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Is it going to be a battle coming into the final round, or is Racing Green going to be able to sew it up in this round? He was in contention for it last season, but obviously he had his holiday, so... But he's definitely got the points where it counted this season. So he's had a total of 7 wins so far this season in 6 rounds. That's a total of 12 races. That's not a bad statistic. He's had 3 seconds, a 4th and a 6th. That's Racing Green, obviously the guy we're on board with now. Currently chasing his first Tier 1 championship. We had the message from BX Rule yet? I'm not sure we have. Oh, maybe we have. I hadn't seen it. So Ponzani lines up on pole for the first time this season in the Beetle. What can he do from pole position around a very, very wet Spa? Klaxon sound that they are off. I think it's going to be a fairly tame stroll down to the source for the first time. And it does look like everybody getting through there unscathed. I don't think anybody... Yeah, I don't think anyone making up any positions as yet. That's a really bad one. We need to sack the cameraman. Cameraman is definitely getting sacked. So Ponzani getting a good getaway, but being a rolling start. He's pulled out 6 tenths, but I think that's probably the standard gap. Single fac. Can he close up under braking? Actually loses maybe a tenth or 2 there. Reeled it back in though for his next turn. Oh, that's a bit of a moment there on the exit. I think that cost him a little bit. He's got more velos. And in fact, the top 3 have managed to gap the rest of the field quite considerably. Kept in 4th place. It's got BX Royal and Racing Green fighting behind him. And BX Royal's just managed to stay ahead of Racing Green, all sorts of out of shape behind him. Almost loses that position to Yannick in the process. Yannick looking for a way past now. Racing Green covers off that inside. Yannick tries to sweep around the outside. Racing Green again all sorts of out of shape on the power. Still side by side with Yannick. Yannick's going to have the inside for the next one. And he manages to edge just ahead. So Racing Green down a position, down to 7th place now. Capel's there in 8th. We have Anonyma now in 9th. CMP's in 10th. We've got Kellen 11th. Roycos in 12th. He's got penalty. We've got Perry in 13th. Taz in 14th. And Zico still unable to make his way through the field in 15th place. Ponzani only 4 tenths is the gap back to Senior Fac. The top 3, however, 5.1 seconds ahead of 4th place Kep, who is really being hounded now by BX Royal. BX Royal trying to go around his outside once again. Still unable to do so. Kep's going to have to stay on that inside line now. As BX does manage to finally sweep up into 4th place. Who's going to get a better exit though? Kep still on the inside, the inside for the source at the moment. BX is now ahead. I think Racing Green looking to try. Oh, they're almost 3 wide into the source. Yannick, Kep and Racing Green, I think that was. But Morvelos in the mix there as well. Oh no, Morvelos is in 3rd place. So Ponzani still leads the race with Single Fact there in 2nd place. Only 4 tenths off the back of Ponzani now. He's actually got a nice bit of breathing space. 8 tenths over Morvelos. BX Royal has managed to make his way into 4th place now. Oh, we've lost somebody. As Racing Green goes up the inside of BX Royal there. That was a good move there from Racing Green up into 4th place now. A little bit of work to do to catch up to the top 3. BX Royal with a big twitch there. Yannick all over his bumper now, all up under his spoiler. Wants to try and start putting the pressure onto BX. He knows he's got Anonyma behind him. Anonyma so very good in the wet. CMP holding on to the back of that Mercedes in the Lamborghini. Currently 8th place. Kep has a 2nd worth penalty. He's going to be dropping down. Not behind Perry, but maybe behind Perry as well. Definitely behind Kellen at the moment. Looking like he might drop behind both BMWs. Taz behind with a penalty as well. Zico now up to 13th, so he's managed to get a couple of positions. Capel down in 14th now. Aroticos there in 15th. Single Fact is really starting to put the pressure onto Ponzani in 1st place. Let's have a ride on board with Single Fact for a minute as he's chasing Ponzani down. Oh, he's going to have a look around the outside now into the bus stop. Oh, Ponzani just manages to shut the door. That was a cracking bit of driving though from both drivers. Plenty of space given, plenty of respect. Oh, Morvelos with a big slide there on the exit of La Source. I think we're going to see that a lot. It's going to be quite a characteristic for a lot of the cars coming through La Source. So Racing Green has managed to close that gap quite considerably. He was around 3 or 4 seconds off of 3rd place Morvelos before, and he's brought that time down. He's absolutely took chunks out of it. Putting in purple sectors as well. It's only going to be a matter of turns before Racing Green is onto the back of Morvelos. Single Fact still trying to find his way past 1st place Ponzani. However, still unable to find his way through, and I think he needs to try and do something soon, because the other guys are going to start to catch up. Racing Green, Yannick Anonyma, not too far off now. Try as he might though, still unable to find his way past Ponzani. Oh, Ponzani has a big moment. Is that going to allow Single Fact through? Yeah, that gap has come right down now, and we've got Racing Green trying to have a go around the outside now with more velos into the source. Senior Fact tries to do the same on Ponzani. Then we have Yannick and Anonyma not far behind as well. The Senior Fact and Ponzani side by side now on the approach now to Eau Rouge. Oh, Senior Fact into the lead. Is he going to pick up a penalty there though? Not too sure. No, he managed to get away with it, but it's getting very congested behind as more velos just managed to sweep through somehow. Another 3 wide along the Kettle Straight. Yannick edges just ahead. Ponzani now down to 6th place. So all has changed out the front. More velos into the lead of the race. Yannick now in 2nd place. Racing Green is in 3rd. Anonymous now in 4th. Senior Fact down to 5th. Ponzani down to 6th with half a second's penalty as well. Senior Fact trying to go for a move on Racing Green. Oh no, it's Anonyma. That was, I'm sure that was Racing Green. Or it must have been Anonyma, sorry, having a go on Racing Green. The 2 Mercedes teammates though, really putting the pressure on the top 3. Ponzani is going to lose that position to CMP once he serves that penalty. That was unlucky there from Ponzani. Must have been track limit somewhere, just dipped a wheel over the line and ended up with a slow down penalty. Kellen, only 7/10 off CMP. CMP going for the move now on Ponzani. Ponzani went a little bit deeper in the last corner. CMP has got through, as has Kellen. Has Ponzani? Oh, was that? No, actually, no. Ponzani served his penalty, didn't he? So that was what allowed CMP and Kellen through. Ponzani serving that half a second's penalty. Taz being pushed along now by Kep. Kep tries to go around this outside into the bus stop. We have BX Royal there as well. On far behind on a fresh set of wets. So BX looking like he's gone into the pits already, as has Capel. No, they're not on a fresh set of wets at all. I'm talking nonsense. Still on the same set of wets they've been on for the last 5 laps. Oh, and it is all change out the front once again. Racing Green now into the lead of the race. Yannick is there in 2nd. We've got more velos down to 3rd now. Anonymous there in 4th. CMP's now 5th. Senior Fact is 6th. Kellen 7th. Ponzani 8th. Taz is in 9th. BX Royal 10th. Capel 11th. Kep in 30th. Where did Zico come from? Oh, this is one crazy race. Really hard to keep up with everything that's going on. The changing conditions definitely have made it very, very equal throughout the field. It's been very equal throughout the field as it is, but it's definitely it's brought the field even more close together. Only 6 seconds, 6.5 seconds from 15th place to 1st. That's how close it is in the wet. And it is definitely starting to dry out now, isn't it? That's not a very good shot to be able to see the dry line, but you can definitely see the dry line starting to form. I wonder if we're going to see anybody coming off of the dry line to try and cool their tyres down. Except wets are really going to start to die a bit of a death. But maybe still too early. Perhaps some of the guys are going to try and string it out until the track dries enough to go onto slicks. Like Racing Green got a really good drive at the final turn there. Actually took the fastest lap on that lap as well. Yannick keeping that gap consistent though, it's only hovering around 7 or 8 tenths. Yannick still holding that second place. Where's Anonymous now? Mortobello's has dropped back a little bit, he's lost touch a little bit with that second place of Yannick. The second place Aston Martin. The GTR still holds on to third though from the Mercedes in fourth place, Anonymous. At CMP getting the move done on Kellen. Or was that Kellen getting the move done on CMP? I think he is going to edge just ahead as they come up to the next chicane, and he does. CMP down to 6th now. Single Fack in 7th. Single Fack making up a few positions there, up to 7th now. Taz there in 8th, looking like he's trying to cool them tyres down. Ponzani 9th, we've got Perry in 10th. BX in 11th, trying to make his way past the M6. Oh, he's actually got his opportunity there. Perry went very deep onto the very wet part of the track. He's managed to keep the position though. BX didn't quite have the run. Has he got it this time though into Pouon? No, he doesn't. So still sat in 11th place with Capel there in 12th. Kep in 13th. Oh no, Kep's going to move up the position up the inside now of Capel. Capel's going to have the inside for the next one, but I think Kep's got it done, and he has. Up into 12th there, and Zico managing to get past as well. Up into 13th for Zico, Capel down to 14th for Rotkoz in 15th. Racing Green still at the front of the pack. Still hasn't managed to get Yannick. 8.9 seconds from 15th to first place now, but still very close indeed. You can see that on the track map on the top right. Racing Green looking a little bit slow there through the bus stop. That's allowed Yannick to creep back up onto him. There's only 4 attempts in it now. Somebody has dove into the pits. What tyre will they come out on? It looks like that rain has started to fall once again. I think it died down for a little bit, very deceptively, and I think it's definitely, yeah, if that keeps falling as it is, it will go back to wet conditions. So I think somebody... Oh, 2 people, CMP and Capel, looking like they may be chancing it with the crossover period, but it does, yeah, you can see it is. It's starting to creep back up into the wet bar once again. But is this just a passing shower? Will they be able to make it round on the intermediates, which I presume they have gone on? No, he's come back out. He hasn't changed his tyres, he just put fuel in. So I think due to the weather situation, they've actually chose to stay on the same set of tyres. They've just put some fuel in. And it may have cost them a little bit of time now, but maybe it is a good strat, because everybody else will surely, if they stay out on the wets, they'll still have to pit at some point for fuel. So maybe getting their fuel stop done early will help them out. The undercut can be quite powerful. Racing Greens managed to somehow eke out 1.6 seconds over Yannick. Now Yannick was keeping that gap very consistent. Maybe it was the wet weather started to catch him out. Perhaps them tyres have started to die a little bit of death. It looks like the GTR's struggling a bit with the fronts. I think Morvellis is going to be suffering with a bit of understeer. Might be the prime moment for Anonymous and Morvellis. So the Mercedes and the GTR are actually looking very equal on tyre wear. BMW, however, looks like it's a little bit harder on them front tyres, as does the Aston. So yeah, that Mercedes not too bad at all. Yeah, that BMW definitely chewing his... Oh, so I thought that was a moment there from Perry, but he was actually heading to the pits, as are a few others. Racing Green stays out, still currently in the lead of the race. Yannick still there in second place. Still absolutely howling. Blowing an absolute hoolie around Spa. Oh, it's Anonymous now going for the move on Morvillos. It's a drag race along the Camel Straight. He's going to be aided by the slipstream of Yannick in second place. Oh, as Yannick almost loses the rear end. I think he's watching them two behind him. He knows that they're getting very close indeed. Anonymous looking like he may have edged just ahead of Morvillos. Morvillos still on his inside though. Morvillos has to sit behind, wait for another opportunity to be able to retake that position. Anonymous now up into third place. Look at that gap now to Racing Green, so there's 3.7 seconds from Anonymous to first place. Anonymous trying to set one up now against Yannick. What can he do? Can he take that position? Can he take second place away from Yannick? Maybe start trying to work on first place Racing Green before he gets too far ahead. Eroticos now with the fastest lap. That's a 2 minute 30.8 for Eroticos in the GTR. I look like Anonymous trying to have a look on Yannick there, but then decides to go into the pit. So Morvillos will stay out. He favours track position. He's going to move up into second place. And Zico stays out as well, up into third for Zico. And he started in 15th place, did Zico, after that shocking sprint race. Trying to chip into that gap now, up ahead to Morvillos. Morvillos 5.7 seconds off the leader. It looks like Racing Green a little bit tentative through this part of the track. Or is he in fact fuel saving? I think he might be fuel saving. Yeah, he's definitely fuel saving. But it pays to shift up a little bit early, doesn't it, in the wet weather? But I do think at the moment he's trying to fuel save a bit, trying to eke out this stint, make it as long as he possibly can, see whatever weather we've got in store. Maybe the weather front is about to move on, and he's waiting for it to start to dry up once again. And Morvillos actually with more fuel on board at the moment. Zico as well, doing alright in third place. He is chipping into that gap slowly. 4 seconds is the gap. Oh, it looks like the rain started coming down once again. There are certain parts of the track, isn't it? I think it's clearing up around certain parts of the track and then it's still absolutely hammering it down at others. So the two Beetles now 4th and 5th. Eroticos sat there in 6th place. He's got the fastest lap at the moment in that GTR. We've got Yannick in 7th now. CMP is in 8th. We've got Taz in 9th. Anonyma is in 10th. And Anonyma on a fresh set of wets as well. As is Kellen, as is Single Fac, as is BX Royal, as is Capel, as is Perry. So interestingly, a lot of people opting to take on a fresh set of wet compound tyre. Maybe gambling on getting enough of an overcut when the other guys come in. Racing Green now with a 7.5 second lead. Still yet to pit. Mortal Veloz still has 3.2 seconds over Zico. Oh, big slide there from Mortal Veloz. Sideways through that last turn and again on the exit. Zico is flying at the moment though, trying to bridge that gap to 2nd place. And needs to try and maximise on his points if he wants to keep it close going into the final round. Oh, that's almost a big moment there. The Lamborghini just came a little bit twitchy on the exit there as he hit the curb. Probably a lot of standing water. Wait, Mortal Veloz must have had a moment somewhere. Zico is right onto the back of him now. Mortal Veloz has either had half a second's penalty he's had to serve, or he's had a big moment somewhere because that time has come right down. There's only 6 tenths in it now. Zico was chipping away at it, but not that quickly. Oh, and Mortal Veloz is now into the pits. Racing Green has stayed out. Zico stays out. 12.1 seconds is the gap to 1st place Racing Green. And he's only got 5.1 seconds over 3rd place Ponzani. He's also still yet to pit, so Rotocar's also still yet to pit. Kept pit and he went for setting intermediates, interestingly. I wonder how they're feeling for him. Maybe he just took a bit of a gamble, hoping that the weather would start to dry out a bit. But it is there. Oh, as Rotocar's picks up half a second's penalty. That is going to drop him behind Capel if behind Kep if Kep manages to stick with him. Talking of Capel, where is Capel? He had a really good sprint race, didn't he? Yannick 6th now. CMP7 Taz is 8th. Anonyma is 9th. He's got a second's worth of penalty. Anonyma. Callan is 10th. We've got Mortal Veloz now in 11th. BX is 12th. Capel down in 13th, Single Fax down in 14th, Perry in 15th. Racing Green. Looks like he's really looked after them tyres well. And he's also managing to eke out that fuel. I'm not sure he's going to get too many more laps out of it though. He's definitely going to have to pit at some stage. He's not going to be able to finish the race surely on that fuel. John, I'm not sure how it works in the Aero League Racing series with a wet race. Do you still have to use? Do you still have to have a mandatory pit stop, or can you just do a no stop? 6 more laps to go for Racing Green. I'm not sure he's got enough left in that fuel tank to get it done, but currently it's 13 seconds ahead of Zico. Zico, who's still yet to pit. Maybe that is a legit strat, maybe it's a no stop in the wet. Just keep the same set of tyres, eke the fuel out. Rotikos still in 4th place with Kep still sat in 5th. So Kep, I think he's choosing just to stick in the slipstream of Rotikos, help him pull him along, keep the gap consistent back to Yannick, because I think he's not got enough grip on them intermediates in these conditions. And once he gets into that free air, it's going to be a nightmare, isn't it? Yannick has 1.8 seconds over CMP, so yeah, the gaps. Oh, it's Kellen getting the move done on Taz, up into 8th place for Kellen. Just got a better run along the camel straight there. So Anonymous, after that penalty, he's now down in 10th. You've got more medals there in 11th, BX Rule 12. Capel, Signal Fact, Perry with 2.5 seconds worth of penalties. So, Racing Green now 14.7 seconds up the road. And Zico has got past Ponzani. Oh, yeah, he stayed out, didn't he? Ponzani went into the pits. 7.6 seconds is the gap back to Ponzani though for Zico. 15.3 up the road to this guy. Racing Green. And I think Racing Green may have to come in end of this lap. I think he's only got at least another 2. I think he has 2 laps left in that car maximum, so he's definitely going to have to pit for some fuel. Will he change the tyres though? I'm not too sure he's done very well to look after them tyres. Zico's tyres looking a little bit second hand now, as are Ponzani's. Ponzani with the fuel indicator there as well. Rotikos, it looks like he's done a bit of fuel saving, but the tyres are a little bit shot now. Kep actually not doing too badly on the intermediates. He's managed to manage them pretty well. So if it was to start to dry out, that could be an absolute big brain move from Kep. Yannick. Yeah, they are, buddy. Yeah, this is tier 1, so obviously the fastest tier in Aero League Racing. But I think we've got 4 or 5 tiers. And yeah, I think I've said it before, but I think a lot of them are definitely esports pace drivers, like GT World Series pace drivers. I'm surprised none of them have actually tried out for the World Series. I think most of them, yeah. I think most of them are, buddy. I think we've got a few people on pad probably as well. You can normally tell from the inputs. I think Racing Green's definitely 100% he's on a rig. Zico's on a rig. You can tell what if you look at the steering indicator. Normally you can tell from that. So it'll be a little bit erratic if it's a pad driver. Normally the smoother it is. Yeah, and I can't find anyone to make a comparison. So maybe everyone we've looked at so far has been on a rig. Racing Green is now finally into the pits, and Zico is into the lead of the race, but he's going to have to come in on the next lap because he's not going to get that fuel he's not going to get the Lambo to the end of the race with that fuel. Oh, Racing Green comes out just behind Zico, 9.3 seconds behind, 10.5 seconds ahead, 11.2 seconds ahead of Aroikos, who now moves up into third place. Yannick is now 4th, CMP 5th, Taz in 6th, Anonymous 7th, Kellen in 8th, BX Royal in 9th place now, Capel in 10th, Signal Fact 11th, Morvello 12th, Perry in 13th, Ponzani in 14th, and Kep in 15th place. Looking like he's going for another set of inners. Interestingly, no, he's on the same set of inners. Yeah, he's on the same set of inners. What is Zico going to do? He's definitely going to drop behind Racing Green, isn't he? He's not got a big enough gap to be able to get in and out. I think it's going to be around about the same sort of gap that he's going to have to deal with once he comes out of the pits. Maybe potentially he can take on a lap less fuel. Whether that's going to help him too much or not though, I'm not too sure. But it looks like the field towards the back now really starting to close up once again. We saw that in the sprint race. The top three though have managed to gap the rest of them quite considerably. I think maybe we've had another spin, somebody towards the back of the field once again. In fact, I think that might have been Kep going for the inters, or on the Kep on his worn inters. He went into the pits quite late as well, didn't he? So yeah, Zico's definitely going to have to go into the pits now. There he goes, dives in. So Racing Green will become your race leader once again. And there we go, he didn't decide to change the tyre, so he's out on the same set of wet compound tyre that he was on at the start of the race. Obviously being a wet race, you don't actually have to run two different compounds. I believe that is the rule in the dry races. And Zico loses second place and third place. Oh, he's going to drop a few more places I think as well. Oh dear. So Zico dropping down the order now. 15.3 seconds is the lead that Racing Green has over second place at Rotterdam. 2.8 seconds is the gap back to Yannick. Oh, Yannick's tyres definitely look better at this stage than Rotterdam's do. CMP in fourth there, being chased down by Taz in fifth, but Taz with that whole second's worth of penalty, that's going to drop him behind Anonyma. It might also drop him behind Zico. Actually, he's going to lose that position to Anonyma and to Zico. He had a bit of a moment there. And BX Royal looking like he may get past as well. In fact, he doesn't manage to do so. He's being... Oh, Zico's picked up a second! Oh, Zico. Race just seemingly unfolding for him at the moment. BX Royal was going to get past both cars once they serve their penalties. But it's looking like he may get it done before. Looking very racy indeed is BX Royal. And he is in fact up the inside of Zico into Puon. A little bit of a twitch there. As he tries to keep in touch with Taz. Zico coming back now in the Lamborghini. Then we've got Senior Fac and Kellen having a battle in the background there as well. We can see them two cars and another two cars behind. I'm not sure who that is. We've got the GTR, I believe it is, and the Ferrari of Capel. I think it may be another one of the Mercedes in that battle behind. Alright, so there we go. Taz serves his penalty. Zico serves his penalty. That is going to allow Senior Fac through, is it? And it was a Mercedes I saw, so it was Senior Fac. Senior Fac up to 7th place now. Only a second off of BX Royal. BX Royal has got 1.3 seconds. But it's going to come down quite rapidly through the braking zone here, through the bus stop for the 15th time. Gets a nice exit. Senior Fac looking like he was moving over to cool them tyres. He's actually on a fresh set of wets. Fresher than some of the guys around him. Zico on a fresh set of intermediates now. He's going to be making his way through the field. He just got past Taz. So maybe that late pit stop onto the intermediates is going to help Zico out if he can filter his way through the traffic. Now onto the back of Perry. He's actually 7/10 purple through that sector. Almost manages to get the move done there, but not quite. Taz coming back now in the Aston. So this is a late charge from Zico. On the intermediates. Oh, there was almost contact there. Perry looking like he lost the rear end. Zico having a slam on the anchors there. Still putting Perry under immense pressure at the moment. And it is, the rain has definitely stopped falling. You can see the dry line now. Them inters are definitely going to be worth their weight in gold at this stage. And he just sweeps around the outside. Oh no, I thought he'd gone around the outside of Perry, but it wasn't. It was Taz that I could see in shot, and it wasn't. He managed to dispatch Taz earlier. Who else is on the intermediates? Cap all the way off the back now on the intermediates. Racing Green 18.4 seconds. Still leading into lap 16 now. Senior Fac trying to call them tyres once again. Oh my god, what's happened here? A Roticos. Oh, he peels off to the pits. I think a Roticos was out of fuel. Maybe, or maybe he's decided to try something else, maybe diving onto a set of intermediates. See a few people driving over to the wet stuff to try and cool them tyres down now. Look at this battle here between 7th place Perry and, let me see, all the way back to 13th or 14th there. Or 12th, 11th and 12th there. Oh, who was that? It was Zico. Or was it CMP? Zico, he's lost it. He's crashed. He's got damage on that car now. He's managed to turn it around. He's going to get going again, but oh, Zico. That is unlucky, man. I think maybe just a little bit too close with some of the other cars coming up Eau Rouge, and yeah, just went, or maybe it just became unsettled. I noticed the car get a little bit light over the top if you carry too much speed, which I don't think was too much of a factor before, not in the GTs. but it definitely was in the road cars. And CMP with a second with a penalty. Currently sat in third place. Only 9/10 off of Yannick, but he's crucially got that penalty, which is going to hurt him here. Hopefully he's going to stay ahead of Kellen. Kellen also has a penalty. Kellen is 2.6 seconds off the back of him as well, so CMP isn't going to lose that position to Kellen, but he's going to lose the advantage that he's got currently against Yannick. And that gap's going to drop to about 1.5 seconds, 1.6, 1.8. It's actually dropped to 2. Nearly 2.5. And he's lost a lot of time now to BX Royal. BX Royal get past Kellen. Once Kellen served that penalty, he just swept through there. Morbidel's 6th place. Oh, 2 side by side in the background there. It's Anonymous. No, it wasn't. It was Sinilfak and Taz. Sinilfak and Taz still side by side, locked in battle, these two, through the bus stop for the 17th time. Still side by side. GG's, guys. What an incredible bit of driving that was from them two drivers. Sinilfak stays on the wet stuff there, trying to cool his tyres down. Yeah, everybody's tyres are starting to die a bit of a death. Zico with half a second's penalty. Into the final lap, and Racing Green with a 17.6 second lead. That's a country mile over the rest of the field. Yannick looking like he might have the second place sewn up at the moment if he doesn't have a moment anywhere. CMP currently looking good for third, just needs to stay ahead of BX Royal. BX Royal, who has got Kellen challenging him for that 4th place. Kellen losing that position due to a penalty, half a second he had to serve. And more Velos a little way off the back of Kellen, some way ahead of Capel. Oh, thank you, Modal. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you for the kind words. Well, you can come and watch any time on a Monday evening. Obviously, we have 4 or 5 other tiers as well, which are all commentated on. But yeah, no, nice to have you on board, mate. But this is it, Racing Green into the final sector now. I think the battles behind have somewhat settled down now. We will have a quick check though, so yeah, the top 3 not in any trouble. And I think, yeah, it's definitely calmed down now. We'll go back on board with the race leader, Racing Green, who looks like he may have this one sewn up. Is it enough to take the championship in this round though? I'm not good enough to do the maths, so you'll have to wait until next week. Unless you check the chat, obviously. Because if it is enough, then it will be announced probably in the chat. But Racing Green takes the checkered flag and the win there. Yannick, 19.2 seconds behind. But we'll still finish in 2nd place on the podium. Once he crosses the line, there he goes. In 2nd place, Yannick. At BX Royal. Wait, BX Royal in there. Past CMP. Into the barrier. Wait, what? No, CMP was 3rd. What happened? What? I don't know what happened there. The CMP somehow finished in 3rd. BX Royal in 4th place. Kellen was 5th. We had Mortavellos in 6th. We had Capel in 7th. Anonymous was 8th. Perry in 9th. Kep in 10th. Sinilfak 11th. Arokos finished in 12th, and he got the fastest lap at the end there. Ponzani's going to take 13th. Taz will take 14th. We got Zico finish last but not least in 15th place, and Zico runs out of fuel. Oh, Zico. Zico had a what a terrible round that was for Zico. I think maybe just not a fan of the wet weather, perhaps. But there we go, guys. This is the results once again. So Racing Green finished in 1st place with Yannick in 2nd. CMP was 3rd. BX Royal was 4th. So he crossed the line before CMP, but because he had that penalty, it dropped him behind. So that was why that happened. Kellen finished 5th, Mortbellows in 6th, Capel was 7th, Anonymous was 8th, we had Perry in 9th place, Kep was 10th, Sinil Fact was 11th, Rokos was 12th, Ponzani in 13th, Taz 14th, and Zico was in 15th place. And Rokos managed to get the fastest lap there with a 2 minutes 22.345. Well, that was it, guys. That was round 7, and obviously we'll be back same time, same place next week with the final round of this season. Who is going to take the crown in Tier 1 for this season? Obviously, Zico trying to retain the championship for another season. He's had 2 back-to-back. Can he keep it this season? He's currently in 2nd place, and he's got a 40-something point deficit to Racing Green, who is currently top of the standings. Find out next week. I've been your boy Vex. This has been the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers in the GT7 Championship. I'll see you then. Good night.